Good morning, gang. Good morning. Welcome back to this week's Altcoin Update. First and foremost, remember nothing discussed today is financial advice. It's all for educational purposes only, and it's my view of the markets. Now that's out of the way, before we jump into the charts and discuss what altcoins we're looking, quick announcement to make. This year we are going to participate in Bybit's trading competition, so the World Series of Trading competition. So we've created a squad. There's a link down in the description below. If you guys want to be part of our squad, then you don't need to be a member of our co-pilots and our private group. Everyone is free to join and contribute to the team. So yeah, whether you're an experienced trader or you're fairly new and you want to have a go, then check out our link down below. Anyone that does join our team before the 27th, which is in 2 days' time, then you'll also be eligible for up to $50 in Bitcoin bonuses upon the start of the competition. And you can see here, you know, the prize pool is up to 8 million USDT, and there's various other prizes and giveaways throughout the competition based on trading volume and things along those lines. So yeah, everyone is welcome to join our team. We're not going to restrict anyone. So if you want to have a go and make a name for yourself, then yeah, come join our team. I've also put up a special announcement in our free Discord, which talks through the ins and outs of this. And also, if you do join our team and you are on our affiliate link, then you can also get 50% off our course for 1 month. So obviously we talk about our course, where we've got access to all the modules. There's over 28 individual modules covering everything from absolute basics through to more advanced techniques, Elliott wave theory, altcoin trading, accumulation distribution, individual strategies, even started on Forex as well recently. There's loads and loads of stuff. So obviously if you don't want access to that and you are trading on our affiliate link, then you can get 50% off this price, okay, for 1 month only. So yeah. Within our private group, you will also get access to my daily trading plans, which I will continue doing throughout the competition, so you guys will know where I'm planning on trading as well. It's not a signal service, but you guys know where I'm planning to take some trades. So yeah, if you do want to join in the competition, it's a bit of fun, then yeah, check out the link down in the description. Now that's out of the way, let's get back to the charts. And first and foremost, we're going to start off with Link, because Link was something that we were actively trading, and we were talking about this on stream. So yeah, we'll jump into Link first. We are going to be covering, by the way, Link, Sol, ETH, XRP update, and DOGE, because everyone seems to be banging on about DOGE at the moment, which I'm guessing is to do with Elon Musk rebranding Twitter to X, and everyone's speculating that DOGE is going to be the new payment crypto, yada yada yada, or whatever. We're trading the charts, I don't really care. So Link, in the end, obviously we got the reclaim of the range lows. This is obviously what we're looking at in the group. And in the end, we did have a significant move to the upside towards the top of the range. We haven't quite got to the top of the range now. It's still potential, but it all depends on how this reacts now at the Q. Okay, so this is what we're watching at the time. Obviously, we got the reclaim. I was saying when I did the last update video for you guys, we've got to see if we get back into value. We got back into value, came into value, retested value area low, then we moved up towards the point of control / EQ. Okay, got a decent pullback off that, a great scalp short if you caught it, and then we continued the uptrend. And where did we stop? Well, we stopped around this weekly level up here. Okay, very key level is this. Now, one thing you've got to take into account from a high time frame perspective, we've got this followed by a low. Then we've got a lower high followed by a lower low. So this right now is very important. Okay, if we can start getting above this, taking out this high, then we can start looking towards that range high. Okay, if we start getting up to that range high, the usual plan will be in place. Either come up to that range high, take out the liquidity of these highs, this one, and this one, and then look for shorts back down, continue the range. And I've said this time and time again on our channel, and I say it in the Discord all the time. Link is probably one of the best altcoins to trade from a ranging perspective. Okay, it's range bound so much as this coin. It's great to trade, especially if you're learning how to trade a range and you like to trade altcoins. Okay, so this is now the key area. Okay, do we get this as a simple SR flip? Bear in mind it's been resistance. Now, can it be support? If it is support, and we get a good reaction to the upside, then can be look back up towards this level, back up towards these highs. If it starts clearing these highs, then these highs are the next target. Okay, so if we clear these highs, this high is the next target. If it doesn't get a reaction there, then we can be looking back up at the overall range highs. Okay, so for now, of course, I have skimmed some profits off my trade now. Regardless, if we do roll over and I get stopped out, it's absolutely fine because it's been a winning trade regardless. My stops are at entry now, so it makes no difference for me. And if we do start to officially break out of the top side of the range, then I can look to add back into my position. Okay, but once again, I won't be trading a breakout trade. I'll be looking to add back into this, which then will bring my average entry up. Okay, so therefore it still gives me a risk-free trade. Okay, so that's Blink update. Sol, another one playing out nicely. This is obviously the one that I shared with you guys on the video not so long back. Once again, I was saying that every man and his dog were looking for the liquidity above these highs to be taken, and everyone seemed to ignore the point of control, which was a naked point of control and a very key high volume area. But we've got the nice reaction off, and now we've come back below this orange line here, which is the top range. Okay, so that's quite a good reaction. If you did catch that short trade, well done. Okay, so from here, what would I be looking at next? Well, if it starts to turn around and come back up, now this could be considered resistance again. Bear in mind, resistance, 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 resistance. Broke through, came back, didn't find support. So now would it be resistance again? Okay, if it is, we can look to add back in short trades or create some new short trades. Alternatively, if this just starts to roll over, then we could be looking at a bit of a cascade effect through this based on how it's come up. Okay, yes, we do have volume structure within this, and we can see that by throwing on volume profile. Right now, hovering at value area high. If we get acceptance back into value, then we look on the volume profile, high volume node here, roughly around 20.69. If it starts to lose that level, then we can start looking at lower, okay? So we're just back to trading this old consolidation, this old range. Okay, if it does turn around, get back above this, and then starts to take out this high, then we can be looking at liquidity above these highs around that $38 level. Okay, from there, then we're back to trading the old range up here, the top range. Okay, but until that happens, until we can flip this point of control, we've got to be cautious. Okay, we've got to be cautious. So that's my stance on Sol. ETH, still sat in the same trade. Okay, so obviously, two trades that we've been giving you over the time was obviously the green box and the red box. The red box obviously caught out. And we're still sitting in this trade right now. Now, this is a bit of a pivotal level, in my opinion now. If we start to lose this, then we can start to look at filling in all this inefficient move up here. Okay, so likelihood is, if that is to be lost, then we can be looking at this coming down towards 17.23-ish. Okay, if you start to lose that, then I'll be looking at these lows being a prime target to be taken. And if they do take those without a swing failure pattern, then we can start looking as this as a bit of a drop, okay? Bit of an aggressive drop. But it all comes down to what these lows do. But obviously, first point of contact will be these lows here. Okay, these are major lows in my opinion. If you do see a swing failure pattern here, a nice reclaim afterwards, again, not wanting to catch any wicks down here, but swing failure pattern, reclaim, back test this low, then we can start looking at the longs for the upside. Okay? But until then, I'm not interested where we are right now, because right now this is a no trade zone for me. Not interested in shorting this, I'm not interested in longing this. Okay? I'm interested in observing. Okay? If it does start to come up to the upside, starts to move up, let's just move this out of the way. There we go. And manages to take out these highs, get outside of this range, then we can be looking at this consolidation here. What happens if we come up here? Do we get a short entry? Yes, no. If not, then we'll look for higher prices. We've discussed higher prices in previous ETH videos. Okay? But if we do get a reaction, then we've got a short trigger again. Okay? We're just trading the overall range. Okay? That's all we're doing. Trading the overall range. So I'm not bearish, I'm not bullish, we're just range bound, okay? We're range bound until proven otherwise, Okay. XRP, quick update from last week. Let's throw this out of log onto it regular. And this is the same tier we had on last week. Last week we were taking the mick out of the Moon Boys, the likes of Moon Carl and Crypto, who got their followers to long up here into resistance, and now based on their own updates they are now liquidated. But funnily enough, they've also got new screenshots where they've been managing to buy spot positions down here, which I think is a bit of a joke, and I would question the legitimacy of those trades. But either way, they all got liquidated, and anyone that followed blindly along with them and got FOMO and chased this up, you've likely now got wrecked as well. Okay, so the same plan is in place with this. Okay, same plan is in place with this. Here, I'm not interested. Unless we get a solid range that forms, I have no interest in trading this. Okay, if we come back down towards the old range highs and get a nice SR flip, then I'd be interested in potentially taking long trades. Okay. If this doesn't happen, then do we get acceptance back into this old range, and then we're just back to trading this old range. Okay. If this does turn around and starts going up, okay, then we can start looking at the next key pivot, which is this one here, which is coming in roughly 107. Okay, which is this key pivot, which is also the value area high. Now, this volume profile is pulled from the 2021 high to the lows. Okay, and we can see that this pivot here, this 107 roughly to 1010, is value area high. So, okay, so this is the next major resistance to be aware of. If we start coming up here, clear those stops, then you can be looking for short trades. Okay, now once again, if it starts to break across this line, this trend line, I'm not a trend line trader, then the FOMO will likely increase tenfold. So this could, if it does break this trend line, this could start to move very fast, and once again, people are going to get FOMO again. But what people fail to realise is the amount of people that are stuck in positions on XRP because it never created a new all-time high. So the amount of people that are stuck in XRP that likely just want to get out. Hence why when it hit a key level like this, it had a pullback of nearly 30%. Okay, because a lot of people are wanting to get out of positions. So you got one side of the market that thinks, okay, the lawsuit's done and it's all good, it's fine now, that's it, there's nothing going to stop it, it's just going to go straight up in a line. It's likely not going to do that because there's going to be profit taken and there's going to be shorts along the way. It's not how financial markets work, and if that's how you believe it works, then you really need to stop trading. Okay, because you don't have a clue, and I mean that in the most respectful way. Because it's just not how financial markets work. I've said this time and time again. For a healthy structure, you want price to impulse, consolidate, impulse, consolidate, impulse, consolidate. That's what you want in a healthy structure. What you don't want is one big line up, because that means there's nothing to support it on the way down. Okay? So that's my plans on XRP. Again, I'm not actively in a position on this right now. It's just where I'd be interested in playing. Either there, or if we get a solid range to form. Okay. And finally, DOGE. Okay, DOGE. This seems to be everyone's favourite altcoin again. So, what have we got here? I'm not going to draw it on that way. I'm going to draw it on this way. Okay. So I would say this is the range that we've got. Okay. Let's throw it on a volume profile within this. In fact, let's throw on a volume profile from the highs to where we are right now so we can see. Right, here we go. Okay. So, would I be long in this right here on a high time frame perspective? No, I wouldn't. Because why would you be long in here? And I see a lot of people are long in here at the moment because it seems to be all over. Okay. Because we've got the point of control just above us. Okay. So this right here should be considered as major resistance, and this is roughly around 8 cents, call it, for easy numbers. So if we do push up and we get a nice rejection and a nice reaction and a change in market structure, then you'd be looking for a short sell, okay? And or take profit on your longs if you are already long from lower. Once again, I wouldn't be long in here, okay? Why would you be long in here into resistance? It makes no sense because where's your invalidation? What, down here? Down here? The overall lows? Well, your risk to reward is terrible. Okay? So this has been my first area of interest. Okay? If it does start to break that, a move up, then we've got the EQ. Now the EQ is roughly around, again, 10, what is that? 0.107. Okay. Starts to get above that without a swing failure pattern, taking the liquidity above these highs, potentially these highs as well. Then you got your short trigger. If it does start to get above it, then we can be looking for the overall highs. Okay. Now, once again, resting liquidity. Deviation, trade it back down. It's just one big range. That's all it is. It's high time frame range is this. Okay. Now, what happens if it just starts to roll over where it is now? Okay. Well, if it starts to roll over where it is now, and again, this is that kind of grinding price action that I've talked about many times. It's not constructive. This is just grinding. That means all these stop losses are all close together. So you trigger one, and likely it cascades them all. Okay, because all it does is just knock onto the next, knock onto the next, knock onto the next, and just keep going. Okay, so if this happens, then I'd be interested, once again, back down at the range lows. Now at the range lows, we've also got the value area low down here as well. So if we do start to come down here, potentially take out this low, then I'd be interested in long trades. If it doesn't give me this strength and a reclaim back into this range, then I will let it roll over lower. Okay, but for the time being, it's just range bound. It's just range bound. It is a big range. Okay, this is a swing trader's range. It's 183% range. And yes, it can move. And it does likely move, especially if Elon tweets something, it moves. But regardless of news or whatever event it is, TA is still respected. Okay, we can still plan out our levels that we're interested in trading. Okay, which effectively would be those. Right here, not interested. Okay, so that's Doge. Right, and that wraps up today's video. Obviously, if you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. And once again, if you obviously want to take part in this year's World Series of Trading, then check out our link down in the description. And don't forget to pop into our free Discord and check out the offer that we've got with the discount on our website. Okay? Right, until next time, gang, as you were, bye-bye.